we have tried speaking with these kids.
John, can you put it down, babe?
The sooner you put that down, the sooner we can take you home.
Come on, bro. The sooner we can get you back there. Come on, bro. Take you to the kids. Like they trying to get their main priority is to get these kids back to their family, bro. They didn't show that much patience with Tamir Rice, bro. That boy in Cleveland was 12 years old. These are the same age, bro.
This is not even close to the same situation as Tamir Rice. It's not on the same planet. Prices have been high for the last few years and they're still high. And sadly, most folks are having to lean on credit cards just to cover their bills. That's why credit card debt is at an all-time high, trapping millions of Americans in a cycle that they feel is impossible to break. But here's the hope. American Financing can help homeowners pay off that high interest debt using your home's equity. They're a family-owned mortgage lender that's been around for 25 years and are licensed in all 50 states. Their mortgage consultants are salary-based, which means that there's no incentive to put you in a loan that don't make sense for you. In fact, customers save an average of $800 a month when they let American Financing help. There's no upfront or hidden fees to find out how much you can save, and you could even close in as fast as 10 days. You may also be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, giving you even more savings up front. They've helped hundreds of thousands of homeowners, and their Google review speaks for themselves. All you gotta do is call 866-889-8010. That's 866-889-8010, or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Tatum. All right, let's move on to the next story because I think this story is very impactful. People have been begging me, Brandon, please, I need you to speak on this. In New Mexico, armed suspect involving a 7- and 9-year-old boy. Now, a lot of people are making comparisons to the kid that got shot years ago. What's his name? Tamir Rice. They're making comparisons to Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice got killed in 0.2 seconds. The cop didn't even make it fully out the car yet. The car didn't even fully stop. And he was shot. But look at this.
Drop it, buddy. Put it down, babe. You're okay. Put it down, okay?
They didn't show that much patience with Tamir Rice, bro. That boy in Cleveland was 12 years old. These are the same age, bro. They the same age, and that, bro, when they got the call in of the little boy in Cleveland, they said the gun could probably be fake, bro. The gun could probably be fake. So when the police pulled up, they didn't get on the speaker and get to telling him like, hey, can you put the gun down and what this, then the third. They pulled up straight shooting, bro.
I will state here clearly, and there should be no misunderstanding. This is not even close to the same situation as Tamir Rice. It's not on the same planet. These two boys, and I'll explain why in a minute, are in a very different situation. Cops are in a very different situation. The family is known to the police. So they already understand the involvement with the mental health issues of these children. They've been there several times. They dealt with the parents. They've been called to this house. They know the kids. They know the parents. Coming into a situation like that where police have the distance and tactical advantage here with the drone coverage and all of the other intangibles that they did not have in Tamir Rice's situation. Also, the call of the incident was completely different. The call of these kids that are known kids, known family with a gun, hiding behind a thing, not really attacking anybody, hadn't shot the gun at anybody, haven't shot anybody, didn't threaten anybody, as far as I have information on, is very different than Tamir Rice, who they called because he was a big kid, and they said he was an 18-year-old kid or a teenager with a gun chasing people in the park. He was chasing people with the gun. And so the cops are responding to an unknown person with the firearm, chasing people in the park. And also when they pull up to the scene, they didn't see him. They pull up to the scene when the kid is at the gazebo thing. He's at the awning. He's under an awning. He comes out and he reaches in his waistband to pull the gun out on the cop that's in the car. He can't move. He can't run. He can't dodge. He can't go for cover. Because they pulled up, which was poor tactic. They pulled up right on the kid, and he pulls a gun on the cop right here at the passenger door. The cop only had enough time to shoot one time, and unfortunately that one shot was fatal. Come on, put it back up there. Let's roll the clip. Roll it.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it, Sean! Load another one. Load another one. Drop it now! You're gonna get hit! Drop it!
You dropped the gun! Taser! 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 Put your hands up! Drop the kid! Put your hands up! Pull them up! Drop it! Hands up!
Drop it now. Drop it, both of you.
I don't even have the gun. I don't have the gun.
Get over here.
I'll give you another situation just to put this in perspective, because a lot of people say if they were black, they would have shot him and killed him. Let me just give you some context real quick. Cops are worried about their lives more than they're worried about the color of somebody's skin. As a man that wore the uniform, as a man that have seen people killed right in front of me, I've seen them not see them in the act because I would have had to take action, but I have seen people that have been shot die right in front of me. I have checked the pulse of people that died, and I saw their soul leave their body right in front of me. As a man who have been in many situations in Tucson, this is not, New Mexico got in trouble for shooting white people. They got in trouble, unjustifiably shooting white people in the back. So don't give me the New Mexico thing about black and white, because the New Mexico Police Department got in trouble years ago for shooting unarmed people too much. Like 5 incidents in 1 year, I think they had. But as a man who put on the uniform, meaning that I face life and death every single day of my life, even when I look back on it now, I'm like, I was literally gambling with my life every day for 6.5 years. At any one of those days, except when I was a PIO, I could have been killed. I could have been in a drastic situation where I could have lost my life. Every day I'm gambling. Anybody that's wearing a uniform is not going to go to a call and say, who's involved? White kids or black kids? Oh, white kids. Oh, okay. I'll die for them. I'll let little Tony shoot me in the head and I'll never see my family again because he's white. I'm okay with white people pulling guns on me. It's okay if I die at the hands of a lunatic. My wife never don't need me that much because he's white. But if he's black, I'm not willing to die. I'm going to shoot him. First time I get there, I'm going to shoot him because I don't want to die. Cops don't think about it like that. Normally, when you're in certain situations, it's situation by situation basis. You cannot compare an officer at another police department in another jurisdiction on another day with another call for service with different tactical training. You can't compare the two and say, well, they just out here killing black people for no reason. Because I'll show you a video right now. We'll probably put it in post-production because I don't think we have it prepared, of the situation where the 2 white kids were shooting guns at police and they end up shooting them. The 2 white kids, they had guns, they were shooting at police, they got shot and killed.
We're getting our first look at the 12-year-old boy who cops say opened fire at deputies along with a 14-year-old girl. Today he was in court, and considering his age, it's hard to fathom the charges he's facing. Many news outlets have decided to show his face even though he's a minor because of the seriousness of the incident and the charges. Les Trent reports.
He looks like he could be in the principal's office for some silly prank at school. But this 12-year-old is in huge trouble with the law.
You're also charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
Travis O'Brien and a 14-year-old girl are accused of opening fire on cops during a 30-minute shootout.
Gunshot fired. Everybody get hard cover. They were coming out to kill cops.
The 12-year-old did not speak during today's hearing, at which the judge referred to him as Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
Cops say the boy and the girl ran away from a home for troubled youth. They broke into a house and found 2 shotguns, an AK-47, and a handgun. When cops arrived, the girl reportedly said to the boy, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," referring to the violent video game Grand Theft Auto.
Shooting out the rear window toward my direction.
Deputies ducked for cover behind trees.
They just busted out the window in the back. Stand by. Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the guns down now! She's got the AK and the shotgun. She's wrapping it around the top of her neck.
Then came the stunning realization that they were being fired upon by children.
Hey guys, just hold behind hard cover. Let's not shoot these kids, man. Let's just hold on. Take our time.
10-4, they're shooting at me. She's re-racking around inside the shotgun.
All right, let's not engage them anymore. Let's not challenge them. Just hold behind hard cover. We're just going to hang out here.
You can hear one officer praying it doesn't end badly.
Don't make me do this. Don't do this.
You can hear the restraint of the deputies pleading not to have to use their guns.
Cops say the girl, seen in this photo given to the news media by her father, was shot and wounded when she refused orders to drop the shotgun and opened fire from behind a parked car.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 bullet holes.
30 seconds later, young Travis O'Brien came out of the house with his hands raised.
They shot through the bedroom window. They shot from the garage door. I mean, this is like Bonnie and Clyde.
Now these juvenile Bonnie and Clyde desperados have to face the music.
I mean, I don't know if they got shot and killed, but I think they shot them. And people were mad at them for shooting these kids. It's like, well, they got a gun and they're shooting at the cops. They got to, at some point, apprehend these kids. And then there's plenty of situations where young black kids were involved in bringing guns to school, carrying a gun, shooting up the school, shooting people up, and they didn't get shot to death.
This is getting kids killed all over the country. Because you know where I was at? I'm driving with my friend, okay?
Yes, sir.
And we're talking, and then all of a sudden a gun run comes in. So we're driving down the road, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they call in and they say, there's 2 young male blacks, one with all red pants and a blue sweatshirt, and one wearing red and black. They look really young and they just flashed a gun. Okay? Do you think... Listen, here's the deal. Okay? You had to show somebody because how the hell did they know you had it?
I ain't showing nobody. I know I was just holding it like running like this.
Okay, you can't do that, dude. In today's world, listen, that thing looks real, bro.
I'm so sorry.
You should be sorry, and you should be scared.
Yes, sir.
If that was a different cop, bro, and you pulled it out, you should have just, I got it right here.
No, I didn't want to shoot.
I know you didn't want me to shoot. You think how old are you, boy?
11 years old.
How old are you, young man?
13.
Do you think I want to shoot an 11-year-old? Do you think I want to shoot a 13-year-old? Do I honestly look like the type of dude that wants to shoot anybody?
Yes, sir.
But do I look like the type of dude that will shoot somebody?
Yes, sir.
All right. I pride myself being a pretty bad hombre, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I gotta be.
Yes, sir.
Don't make me.
Yes, sir.
I pull up on him, and I'm not gonna lie to you, doing cop stuff, I drew down on him. While I'm rolling up on him in the car, he freaks out, and he starts to pull the gun out of his waistband.
He could have shot you for that, you know that?
He dropped it real fast, and I didn't know it was a BB gun until it hit the sidewalk. Regardless of what people say about the dudes wearing this uniform, okay, we care, all right? We legitimately care. I've been in the military. I've been overseas. I'm a police officer. I've had to do things that I hope that your generation never has to do. Having said that, the last thing I ever want to do is shoot an 11-year-old man, because your life hasn't even gotten started yet, and it could have ended.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have missed. I could have killed you. I want you to think about that tonight when you go to bed. You could be gone. Everything you want to do in this life could have been over.
It matters based on how you act at the very end of when cops make contact with you. To go back and reiterate the situation with Tamir Rice is that it was an unfortunate chain of circumstances. This situation with these kids was a known family. They knew the status. The kids weren't running after people and trying to gun people down. They had already been familiar with this location. They had a drone that was up in the air monitoring the situation. The technology and advancements in tactics all gave them an advantage to be able to de-escalate the situation without killing anybody. Tamir Rice's situation was very different. And I'll say it again for the people that just joined in. It was very different. You got an unknown person that they said was older. They thought it was an 18-year-old or something that had a gun. Tamir Rice was chasing people in the park with the gun like this, chasing after people. So people begin to call and say there's a man in the park with a gun chasing people.
Yeah, code 1. If anybody can break at Cadell. In the park by the youth center, there's supposed to be a male sitting on the swings pointing a gun at people. He's wearing a camouflage hat, a gray jacket with black sleeves. So he keeps pulling a gun out of his pants and pointing it at people.
And people are running for their lives. They're calling 911. Yeah, he's right there at the park right now with a gun. He's chasing people. He's pointing at people. They didn't say he was a kid. They don't know his family. They don't know Tamir Rice. They have never seen his kid. And they pull up to the situation not with a tactical advantage, but by trying to look for this kid. And unfortunately, they drove right up on him unbeknownst to them because he was sitting under the awning. And he didn't get out and put his hands up. He got out and did like this and reached for the gun. That's a different scenario. And I guarantee you, if these kids were black that was behind this air conditioning unit, they would have treated them the same. I don't know why we try to make this a racial incident. Black kids get shot. White kids get shot also. If you look at any statistical data, white people get shot twice as many as black people do. They get shot twice as many unarmed as black people do. But they don't report on it. They don't talk about it. Let me just give you an example. I'll go on my computer just for those who need some more evidence. You can go and look up these incidents and you won't find a lot of the incidents because they don't disclose the ages of people who are underage. But let me just give you a couple examples, and we don't know the age of these kids. 11-year-old brought a loaded gun to a Florida school. He brought a gun to Beauclerk or something. I don't know. Y'all, whoever live in Florida know this elementary school. In Jacksonville, Florida. 11-year-old. After bringing a 9mm handgun to campus, he reportedly showed the weapon to other students on a school bus and in the bathroom and stated his intent was to kill other students. That's what he said. The gun belonged to his mother. He faces charges of possession of it, but they end up apprehending this kid. Now, we don't know the race of the kid, but 40-some% of that school's population is black. Could be a black kid, but we'll never know because he's a minor. A teen arrested for AR-15 in Phoenix, Arizona. 2023, a teenager was arrested in Bostrom High School in Phoenix, Arizona, bringing the AR-15 and ammunition to the campus. The weapon and additional ammo were found in his backpack. Now, if we go and look at that particular school, let's look at the demographic of the school. Hold on real quick, because I had to ask ChatGPT of this. Let's see if I can find it here. I think I went down and asked for the race or breakup of it. But I think that school in Phoenix is like, oh yeah, right here. It's 97% of students comprised of minority students, with 92 classified as economically disadvantaged. So 97% of minorities. So this 15-year-old that brought an AR-15 to school with ammo and magazines, he was a minority. Could have been black, could have been Hispanic. More than likely, he was a minority. He didn't get shot and killed. And you can look this up. This happened in Phoenix, Arizona. A 12 and a 14-year-old in Volusia County in Florida, 14-year-old involved in a shootout, has been identified as Nicole Jackson, indicated Hispanic background. 12-year-old identified race has not been publicly disclosed. Had a Hispanic background. 11-year-old had a kill list in Port Orange, Florida. Carlo was Italian or European heritage, so he was probably white. So now you see incidents where there's minorities, and this is just 4 incidents. Minorities and one white kid, and none of them were shot and killed, according to this. And they had firearms with them. Like, so I'm saying this to say, and I'll be done with this, is that stop projecting racism onto police officers if it does not specifically apply. Use your common sense. Cops don't have an implicit bias against black people that's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. There was a Harvard researcher who's black who did the research on police activity against or police biases against black people in the black community, and they found that there were no biases. This is a Harvard study done by a black man. So somebody tried to tell me that guy is racist, and he was against the police when he did the study, and he had to admit, and they tried to tell him he couldn't release the study, but he did it anyway, and he got blackballed. I'll add that clip in here in post-production. So it's not true. People are just using their platform to spew hatred and division. Officers are human beings. White officers, black officers alike want to go home to their children. And there is no cop that I can interview, talk to, reason with, or anything that will tell me that if they saw a white man that could potentially kill them or had a gun, that they would do nothing. And if they saw a black man, they'll do something. It's not going to happen that way. And we are trained in the academy to treat everybody equally because anybody can kill you at any time. They sent us videos every single day of my shift. They sent us videos of officers getting killed from all around the country. Every day they sent us video or they sent us articles about the incident. Why? So we can be vigilant and not be complacent. And yeah, it was hard to read, but you read stories of Idaho, Michigan, white areas where white people are killing white cops all the time. White people kill cops more than anybody else. And so when we go up the shift, we don't look and say, where can I find a Negro at? Because they the most violent. It's like, no. Let me see your hands. You want to be safe. You still do the same tactical approach no matter if it's black or white. Why don't people get that? Because you're not a cop, maybe people don't get it, but any police officer will agree with me. The only bias that I can see happening is that when you're in the inner city community around nothing but black people, and you see day in and day out the crime, the violence, the gang activity, and you become desensitized. And then you go into other areas that are nice, that are peaceful, and they happen to be white. So what are you associated with? You go, every time I go to this area, these black people are absolutely insane. They're killing each other every single day. I can see how a person become desensitized to black violence. And I don't think that they become biased against black people. They just become desensitized because that's what they see every day. All right.